Yo, what's up guys, welcome back for another YgoPro duel video. A new Cyber Dragon card was revealed earlier today, pretty much like Cyber Dragon week, right, with all these new card releases from the deck. Like Konami releasing a new Cyber Dragon card every day. But the card is definitely good. Cybernetic Overflow, like it's a searchable trap card. Thanks to Core, you can eventually search out your Overflow next to like your spell card, for example. So the fact that it's searchable again is quite nifty, quite a nice advantage, but I'm not really sure if you want to make deck multiple, since again it's like a trap card and Cyber Dragons on their own is like, or at least should be like a fast deck, and we know what card we are waiting for, like something that replaces Power Bond maybe, or searches Power Bond or something like that, right? And the fact that this is a trap card somewhat slows down, you know, Cyber Dragons in particular, but again, searchable, so why not main deck it? Definitely one copy should be fine, maybe 2 copies, but again that's up to you. Pretty much the same deck list as yesterday. I think this deck list is good as it is, with a small Brandish engine. A lot of advantages if you like it or not. Okay, let's see a couple of example games. Okay, first duel, I think I get to start. Yeah, Brandish engage to search the token generator is always nice, to go for the Gagari, eventually, you know, get engage back, and then it's up to you if you want to search out a second copy of the token or the spell destroyer. That's the other target that I'm running, the one of, you know, activate and then target one face down spell, and that's definitely good. Like, you have the option to potentially, if you want, destroy your own trap card, since the trap card also has like that beneficial effect that when it's destroyed, but again you're not using that much unless your opponent like twin twisters it, for example, right? Again, its most important effect is that, you know, you can just banish like Cyber Dragons from your hand, field or grave, each, you know, different level, and then destroy up to the same amount of cards, Cyber Dragons, cards from your opponent, equal to the amount of banished Cyber Dragons. So again, quite good. Searchable, removal is always nice, but again, I don't think you want to run more copies in your main deck. Like opening with it is again one card less that potentially lets you establish your board or potentially go for the OTK. Rampage eventually finishes the deal. Game number 2, he gets to start. Well, again, going first, going second, maybe a bit awkward now, right? Cyber Dragons going first, but that's definitely an option with Lefty, Righty, Driver, going for Needle Fiber and potentially upgrading your stuff for Skull Deed or Skull Dread. Opening up 3 extra monster zones, going for something like Infinity. Pleiades, that's something I'm working towards to every duel, potentially, at least, yeah, getting to that Skull Dread if possible, and you're having a lot of options. Machine Duplication, Lefty, Righty Driver, definitely an option. The Brandish engine, again, also options to just, you know, upgrade your Link stuff, to eventually go for Summon Sorceress and, you know, Skull Dread, etc. Right? The advantage of Sorceress is that she also searches out like a potential Hertz, Cyber Dragon Hertz, you know, the Sengen from the deck. The Ghost Ogre was all fine, but eventually not going to matter too much. Luckily I didn't went for Sorceress eventually, you know, with the Ogre in hand, but Sorceress wasn't needed, since this was more than enough to attack for a game. Another example, Pendulum Magicians getting to start with the engage is always nice. No Toon Table, so no extra draw effect. No hand trap, so that's always nice, always easy. Go for again the standard basic plays of Summon Sorceress eventually into Hertz, and, you know, get the Surge, Skull Dread searching out, well, eventually, you know, 4 draws, sending back 3. Most of the time sending back the Cyber Dragon. That's again one of the biggest advantages of this particular version of Cyber Dragons, is going for Skull Dread, getting 4 draws and potentially drawing your key cards, like again Overload, Fusion, Machine Duplication, those delicious cards, right? Again, the Nova into Pleiades as well, Infinity Pleiades, very strong combination. I believe I have the Transience set indeed. I mean, if you can enter your board with like either Transience or the Overflow, the new Cyber Dragon trap card, you're set to go, especially with both power exceeds, both Pleiades and Infinity. And you know, the Brandish Link monster is also fine. Have the surge during the end phase and lower the attack of your opponent's monsters. By the way, this was a definitely very good tool, but maybe I'm activating my Transience a little bit too early here. Again, the Boilo Dragon, no option for that. So, yep. well, that's terrible, right? Losing my entire field. But again, I do have a couple of options. Turntable is actually a nice top deck. He's definitely not going to negate the turntable, right? So set a third copy, use wave to target my face down copy, try to destroy it, and you know, wave second effect, 3 or more spells, destroy 1 monster on the field. So potentially threatening either Boreload or the Infinity, so he's definitely going to negate it, and then, you know, keep upgrading your stuff. Go for Nova, go for Seeger as well, Infinity, and thanks to my own Infinity again, suck up his Infinity, deal some damage thanks to Seeger's, well, attack boosting effect, and I was thinking for a couple of moments, well, like a minute, to negate the Dragon Shrine, I believe the name is, and eventually I do with Infinity, but again, he does have the option, like, thanks to Skulldred opening up the extra monster zone. Not really sure though if he had like any other options, maybe going for the fusions, yeah, the fusion, what is it called, like copying something, copying like a monster effect, but he does not play double, well, nobody plays double Boreload Dragon, right? And, you know, thanks to Seeger, I always could have potentially doubled, well, quote unquote, doubled the attack, like increase both attack of either Seeger or Infinity with 2100. Cleaforts again should be an okay matchup, right? Thanks to Rampage with its RP's Feather Duster effects. That's definitely a good start on his part, right? The one set is definitely threatening, so go for the small Brandish engine. Gargari, I believe the name is, to surge out and get back engage. Engage will surge out wave again. Brandish engine at its finest, right? Searching out the spell and trap destruction in the form of wave, and then, you know, because it's like a machine, keep upgrading and go for summon sorceress. Things go together, right? Again, go for Mega Fleet. And like always, keep upgrading your stuff, go for Skulldred, and then, you know, yeah, 4 draws, and by this time you pretty much have your complete OTK setup ready, right? Eventually keep upgrading, go for Nova. Go for Rampage as well eventually. Play these, I think, also. Well, yeah, indeed, second Nova, doesn't really matter too much. Kagari as well, upgrading to Seeger, and Rampage eventually will seal the deal with this Harpy's Feather Duster effect. Astrograph Sorcerer is definitely not going to help him here. So eventually, again, yep, attack for a game. So again, the biggest advantages of both, you know, of these couple of engines coming together, again, quite nifty. Another duel against ABCs, again, I have the option to start, okay, that's decent, right, go for the small Brandish engine. Again, if I have the opportunity, I can definitely go for Skulldred, opening up 3 extra monster zones. Summon Sorceress and Instant Fusion. I've been thinking about dropping Instant Fusion, but it's, you know, with these scenarios like these, that Instant Fusion is a nice extender. Going for, again, the Summon Sorceress, potentially searching out Hertz as well. Use an early Overload Fusion. I think it's, again, justified setting up your graveyard again because of the trap card in my hand, the Cyber Dragon trap card, fueling its potential destruction effect, and, of course, giving me more level 5s on the field to go for both Pleiades and Infinity. Desires is fine, I can't risk like Raigeki or Darkroll or whatever. Yeah, Pleiades still to dodge the field spell, so that's why the field spell wasn't that important. The Monster Reborn though is a nice follow-up play on his part, and I'm definitely going to use Overflow to hit both his field spell and the Strudel indeed. Yep, and as expected, always they have the Raigeki, so in Infinity we'll negate the Raigeki eventually, and this should be enough again to attack for a game. So all these negations definitely add up, right? Last example, the opponent gets to start. Again, if you're open like a tuner, aka the Strudel or Cockle-Doodle-Doo with like ABCs, you're set to go, right? It's very hard to come back after that for your opponent if they don't have the hand trap, right? So he does, or at least he's able to end with a Ghost Ogre, 1 hand trap in hand, right? And the ABC Dragon Buster. I had to keep the Infinite Transience in hand. We had it in hand, right? Yep. To force out the Buster here, I have 2 options. I think, yep, eventually, you know, special summon Toon Cyber Dragon and go for Mega Fleet. Again, two options, either just to attack over the Ogre and then establish my board. But again, what am I going to do, right? So I eventually opt to force out Ogre and eventually keep upgrading my stuff, go for Summon Sorceress and try to go for a game. Maybe make a big push eventually if everything goes through, right? To bar a possible hand trap in his hand, and he does have it. He does have the Ash Blossom negating the Summon Sorceress, so yep, here it stops. Otherwise, you know, would have been able to search out Cyber Dragon Hertz, special summon the Cyber Dragon Fear from my hand, and you know, go for, well yeah, keep upgrading for Seeger, for example, go for the Overload Fusion, so maybe I could have stolen the game here, but nope, that's not the case, and now he's able to go for double ABC Dragon Buster and eventually attack for a game. So again, I'm definitely happy with this particular build. I like the Brandish engine in Cyber Dragons. It's a little bit different compared to like the Fusion build with Power Bond, etc. I'm not a huge fan of the if I don't OTK I lose strategy. It's not always the case with Power Bond, but again, you know what I mean. The trap cards wasn't able to showcase it that much, but again, it's only at 1 in the deck. I don't feel you need to main deck it more than 1, and again, it's just an extra, you know, niche to the deck. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching, and feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.